Why don't I get approached by these men? Is something wrong with me? I'm gonna tell you the answer. I'm not being delulu. This is just facts. I know it, and I've heard it from men saying why they don't approach me. The reason why you are not getting approached is because these men see you as a woman with high value. A lot of men just want to have fun, so they go and push themselves on women that they think don't have high value. This is the truth. Like, I'm trying to be kind, but that is the truth. You are not getting approached in a place where everyone's breaking their necks to stare at you. They know that if they approach you, you will hurt their ego. And they know that you are better than them. Men can sense if a woman is better than them, and that intimidates them. That just makes them scared, like, oh shit, like, no woman can be better than me. And personally, I take this as a compliment if I'm out in public getting a lot of stares.
If a bunch of men approach you in public, you need to stop taking that as a compliment. That's actually an insult. Unless they're a bunch of sharks approaching you, that should be taken as an insult. If it's a bunch of Nemos and Lil Nemos and regular men and Dusties approaching you, they thought that you were so unintimidating that it was okay for them to come up to you, waste your time, and ask you for your number because they just knew you were going to give it to them, because they just knew you were in their league. Only the 1%, the top percent of men should be approaching you. Like, it's quality over quantity. I really hate when girls be like, I get niggas. That's the easiest thing to get. Do you get quality niggas? This is not for everyone either. This is for a certain target audience. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. This is about using your beauty and investing even your last dollar into your appearance, to use your beauty to get a softer, easier life. It's about working smarter, not harder.
I see girls commenting saying that they would love to be approached by a man, and I just want to say I don't believe you. Being approached by a man is so deemed by society now, it would literally scare you. You would think something was mentally wrong with a man who came up to you and told you that you were the most beautiful thing in the world and they would love to take you out.
What's good, guys? It's your boy JostenJ coming to you with another video. Let's cook, boys. Let's cook. All right. This is why guys are not approaching women right now. It seems to me that women are getting a reality check, like a wake-up call. I keep seeing these videos. And I actually watched Pop the Balloon the other day. And I'm like, I gotta talk about this. I just recently did a video on this, but this topic will never get old, all right? Let's get straight into the video. Number one, women are passing up on guys that are actually in their bracket. Women are passing up on men that are actually in their bracket. See, as women go on, they think that they're still supposed to get the same type of guy that they really, 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 really desire. And that's fine. But there are plenty of good dudes in front of you. This is why good men are just saying the hell with it. How can you reject a guy because he's not that sexually appealing, but where you stand in the marketplace, you've actually been declining as well? See, this is another reason why women don't like intelligent men that can assess the situation and sit back and say, what am I getting in return for my efforts? What am I getting in return for trying to win you over? I'm winning over a version of you that's stale, that's kind of expired, because before it would have been more worth it. But now I have to jump through more hoops after you've already been on the decline? No, brothers, if she rejected you in her prime, don't accept her while she's declining. In her decline, don't accept her. Women can't understand this, that there are plenty of good men out there. That's why I always say men still do approach women. It's just that women have this overinflated sense of ego. They don't want these guys. But there's nothing wrong with these guys. There's nothing wrong with these guys. See, this makes no sense. A guy is a good fit for you. You still don't want him. You want the other type of guys to approach you, but they ain't checking for you like that. In any way across the board you look at it, the guys they want aren't really checking for them. But does that mean that the other options aren't as good? Not at all. Let's run this clip right now of a woman rejecting a guy who she knows that's good for her.
All right, I might have to take my own advice because right now I am so frustrated by the fact that like I can't see anything more with this guy I'm seeing. And he's a great guy. He's a great guy on paper, great guy in person. And I just don't understand why I don't see more with him. Like, what made me want to see more with my exes? You know, like, it's so, I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so frustrating. Like, he's a great guy. He's like such a good guy. And it's like, and then I don't see more with him. It's like, why? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand what is wrong with me.
Which leads me to number 2. This is why men who they say are sassy, they're really speaking about the guys that are attractive, the guys that they really want. Why are those guys sassy? No, you know what's going on here? Those guys see how you treat unattractive men. Those guys see how you treat guys who they even know, that guy's not on my level. And it's not an ego thing. It's just the way it is. So if a guy's ripped up, he's successful, he walks with his head high, and he sees the way that you treat a guy who has to muster up the courage to come over to you, ain't really a guy that's looking like anything that women like. He assesses the situation. Oh, I know my worth here. And I know how you would treat that guy. So what are you going to do here? It's nothing sassy about that. Women are even avoiding good looking dudes because they figure, he's going to expect too much. He's used to having his way. He's sassy. He's going to want me to put in effort. So it's sassy for a man to want a woman to put in effort. That's where we're at now. It's crazy. So they're always fighting with themselves. So super sexually appealing guy, do you go in that direction? Or do you go in the direction of a guy who would be more your speed, but he won't be that sexually attractive? Or do you just make a bunch of excuses as to why men can't live up to your standards? Yeah, that's what they pick. Oh yeah, there's not a lot of good men out here. There are good men out here. Most men are good men. Most men do not disrespect women. Most men do not put their hands on women. Most men do not just curse and name call and bicker and go back and forth with women. They make it seem that way because men have boundaries and standards. But whenever they're saying men are sassy, they want you to approach, they want you to do so much for them to come over to you. No, men don't pick up on your subtle hints because they're barely subtle. They're barely anything. You look away. You act as if you don't like him when really you're feeling him. So guys are supposed to pick up on this. Guys are just saying the hell with it. The women that give me good energy, I go in that direction. The women that act finicky and play games, I'm not going for the foolery. Which falls into number 3. Guys who are really good with approaching women, they're okay with rejection. Women don't understand this. This is a part of it too. Men just go away when they get rejected. And even when you like a guy, he never gets gassed up about it. She never knows how to feel in that situation. It's kind of like, I'm a little bit inadequate here because why isn't he pursuing more? Why isn't he trying to court me? Then she might not like that energy discard of him. Then go back out there. There's still nobody to approach her because yet again, the guys that want to do all that stuff, she might not be that attracted to. See, it's this thing. They're always fighting. The guy who I really want, but I do want him to do a little bit of these things, but he's only offering sex. Then there's other guys over here that are better fits, but I don't really want them approaching me like that. I don't want to put in the effort with those guys. So where does that leave you? And then see, after the sexually appealing dudes, they go through them. They're like, nah, I'm tired of that. Now I'm ready for a good guy. And they're out here and they're shocked that even good guys are rejecting them. Let's play a clip of a woman getting rejected approaching a man.
Now this is a story all about how I asked the guy for his number and he turned me down. There was this attractive guy who I was flirting with. He was flirting with me also. And I thought, oh my God, this is it. Not really. Anyway, he came over to my table and said, unfortunately, he was leaving. And I said, I don't normally do this, but could I have your number? To which he responded, if you don't normally do this, maybe don't start now. And I was like, what? Okay. So you don't want me to have your number? And he said that he was trying to be a gentleman. And I was like, okay. And just ran off. What the fuck? What? I've never asked a man for his number before, and I don't go out there and expect men to give me their number, but we were flirting. We were being really Why did he come over and say, I'm not giving it any more energy. I just wanted to share it because I'm never asking a man for his number ever again.
Which falls into number 4. If what women say is true, then you can actually grow on a woman. There would be no dilemma in the dating market. If you being good looking, tall, handsome, successful, none of that matters. It's really about your personality, right? Then everybody would get on and get along. But we all know that's not the case. We all know that women run their mouth and it's mumbo jumbo and word salad. It's to get into your feelings that you will have a chance. Just keep going. Don't give up. But the reality of it is women are looking for certain prerequisites before they even give a man a chance. So there's no time to grow on her. Now, can it happen in certain instances? Yes. But nowadays, women have their own, so they want a guy who's pre-assembled. They don't want a guy that they have to build with. So when they bump into you, everything's cool. Like I said in the beginning, the sexual encounters, they're going to happen. They're going to happen. Over time, women are looking for more. You've already lowered your value in a man's eyes. Most men think this way. If guys are searching for something real, then the sexual connection is one thing. But as a whole, a woman needs to be able to respect herself and know how to respect a man. Those sexual encounters that kept happening and happening and happening, those guys she didn't require much from, why can she double back and require it from you? Guys are starting to understand this. So what they say is not true. What they say is not true. If you need to grow on them, they really don't like you like that. And at the end of the day, if they don't like you like that, then you're not one of her first picks. You're not the guy that she's going to do for, put in effort for. Guys are realizing this and they're saying, wait a minute, I'd rather just be the sexually appealing guy. And if not, I don't care. Which falls into number 5. Dating apps get in the way. Dating apps get in the way because when I tell men that you should be in shape, you should be ripped up, you should be well groomed, you should be a smooth talker, you should have your life together, you should be a charismatic man, a lot of guys don't care. As many men as I try to help, a lot of guys say, I'm me, I can't be anything other than me. Yes, I can get a haircut, but as far as talking a certain way and knowing what women like, I don't care. I'm looking for a woman that likes me. So when a lot of guys accept that they're just average, or a lot of guys think they can't do anything about it, there's a bunch of these guys. Now, the guys that get it, or the top shelf guys, the attractive dudes who are in shape and everything, women want these guys. So they keep going after the same guy. Now, when they keep going after the same guy, other dudes are left in the rain. They're left in the cold. Now, is that somewhat their fault? Yes, it's somewhat their fault, but I'm just explaining. So when women have all these options, or what they think are options, they tend to play more games with guys who are a better fit for them. Now, when guys just say the hell with it and go back out into the market, there's no need to mass approach. There's no need to really care. And then women get a wake-up call. Well, I could at least be able to snag a simp or a good guy before. What's going on now? See, you were too busy entertaining and chasing those options who you thought looked really good, who you thought were super appealing. So now that they're done with you and that you're older, nobody cares like that. Women have a hard time accepting this. Where are all the good men? Where are all these guys? They were right there in front of you the whole time, and actually some of them are in your friend zone. Why don't guys buy drinks anymore? What's the point? Why are guys going out with the sole purpose of buying women drinks? For what? To get a number? For what? If you really wanted to leave a spot with her, you don't even need to buy her a drink. See, guys are measuring the incentives. What is the incentive of mass approaching a bunch of women? To gain confidence? I should already have confidence. You already know you're that dude by how people treat you and that aura that you carry. So what the hell does it matter what you think of me? I can assess what you think of me by what you say out loud and by how women just promote certain things. What they find attractive in a guy: well-groomed, muscular, or at least toned, smells good, good fashion sense, witty, able to have banter, a planner, a leader. So if I know I'm all those things and I can provide all those things, what the hell do I need a bunch of you to confirm it for? Let's be real. Number 6, worrying about a man's height already shows you everything that you need to know about this woman. See, women are throwing out this, I need a guy who's 6 foot. Now it's not even 6 foot. I need a guy who's 6'2" or better. When women are saying stuff like this, it's cool to have your preferences, but at the same time, this is why you can't find anyone. This is why you're alone. And it's all BS anyway. They've slept with the guy. They've hooked up with the guy. They've taken less than they thought they deserved from a guy who was not 6 foot or 6'2". Then there are some women, all men that they've dated were 6'2", and then they're like, that's my standard. Okay, well, it's going to be harder for you to get it. Good luck to you. And when you get it, kudos to you. But when women are out here rejecting good dudes because they're not 6'3", 6'2", 6'5", they're even telling dudes who are 6 foot, oh no, you're not tall enough. They don't even know what 6 foot is in front of them unless they're 5'9", 5'8", 5'10", 5'11". They don't know. But it's actually very funny that when a woman is talking about a man's height, his height has nothing to do with his character. Okay, you want a tall guy so you can have tall children. Who said you're having children with this guy? Women assume everything. They assume attraction. They assume the future. They assume everything. You hook up with this guy. You have all these prerequisites to hook up with this guy. Who says he's marrying you? Oh, he needs to make this amount of money. Who says he's giving it to you? Oh, he needs to have this degree. What does that matter? He needs to own a house. Who says he's putting you on the deed? Who's saying all these things? See, they assume that they can get a bunch of stuff that they can't. They don't think they have to earn anything. They automatically assume to be with me, he needs to have all of these things and do all of these things. Who's to say he will want to do all of these things even if he has all of these things? Women are not the prize when you really slow it down. A man who has everything they're asking for is actually the prize. They don't see it that way. And this is why it seems like the men they really want are not approaching them and are not out there. And it causes them to get a wake-up call. You can want a bunch of things, but that never means you're gonna get it. Number 7, let's get into this. This is very harsh, but it's very true. Being picky only works when you're good looking. This is the chopped woman epidemic, and women are saying it's a chopped man epidemic. No, it's the chopped women epidemic. See, men and women are not the same. We are not judged solely based on our attractiveness as a guy. Now, you could be short and be rich, and now a woman will give you a chance. You could be tall and a bum. Now a woman will give you a chance. There can always be things that are knobs that are turned and things that go up and down. With women, it's, are you attractive or not? Does he really want to go the extra mile for you or not? So when women are being picky, you will have a woman who is a 6, a 5, and her friend will be an 8 or a 9. They go out and she feels special. She equates her value to her friend's value. Yes, I'm on her level because she hangs out with me. That's not how it happens. Like, that's not it. So if I have a guy who's my friend and he's a millionaire, yet I'm not a millionaire, I don't walk around and say, I'm a millionaire. Rather, I can just learn from that person to become a millionaire, but that doesn't mean that I'm automatically a millionaire. See how they think? It's backwards. So when women operate like this, they don't see the options that are actually there for them. Okay? You're chopped. You need to get with the average guy. Now, all across the board, men will actually go for a woman who's a 6, a 7. Some guys will even go as low as 5s because they're like, what she brings holds more weight and more value than her looks. Then there's women that look plainly like they can take care of the home. They're going to stay home. They don't probably get attention like that, but they're still cute. Guys go for those women all the time. Women, on the other hand, want you to be this foot tall and look good and have this in order. And you have to do all these things, basically be the male equivalent of a 9 or a 10, or they're not doing anything with you. That's what they project out. But realistically, they've hooked up with guys for less that didn't have any of these things to turn around, get older, and then require all this stuff. Men are not approaching. This is an older man thing too. Younger women are still getting approached. Older men, bro, older men don't care. They're established. A lot of dudes aren't ripped up. A lot of dudes are just chill. They don't care, bro. Women are overlooking these guys. So it seems like there's no guys out there to approach them or no guys that they really want. But it's because they're too picky. But again, the best looking women are going to be able to be picky. The women who aren't are just being delusional and they're kidding themselves. Number 8, it seems choosing signals mean nothing at the end of the day. See, you could be a good looking dude. You could be handsome. You could be attractive, well put together, well spoken, have your life together. A woman could be sending you choosing signals in public. There could be a girl at your job. There could be a girl at a place that you frequent. And that doesn't ultimately mean that she wants you. A lot of women play games for attention. A lot of women are juggling another guy. And X comes back into the situation. You might get the number. You might go on a date or two. But it doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't mean anything. But let's get back to the beginning. A woman is checking you out. You like her. You walk over. You say, hey, what's up? How you doing? She says, I'm doing great. You say, you're the most attractive woman in here. And I saw you looking at me. I could have swore you were looking at me. So I figured I'd come over here and introduce myself. And she says, nah, I'm good. But she was doing all that looking, all that choosing, all that going back and forth for nothing. Men say it's cool. They just understand now. She's interested, but she's playing hard to get. I don't play hard to get. Or she seemed interested, but she really ain't feeling the kid like that. It's cool. And they just move on. See, this is a part of men not approaching them too. When men don't hunt and chase them down and pursue them. See, there's a difference between chasing and pursuing. You go after a woman. She rejects you. You go away. You keep your self-respect, head held high. Right? There's no need. Getting her isn't what gives you the confidence. Making the initial move is like, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to do because I'm a man. That's that confidence. But when a man doesn't keep chasing, they equate that to pursuing. What happened to men? Why aren't men chasing women down and pursuing anymore? I need to pursue you to take you out to spend money. I need to pursue you to get to know you when you're not trying to get to know me. I'm good off of that. I'm good off of that. Women don't understand that bubbly energy is what gets guys. So yeah, men don't approach. Then when some men do approach, you take that route. Men are like the hell with it. But guess what? Choosing signals mean nothing at the end of the day. They kind of show you where you're at with women, but that doesn't mean that you're going to get the woman. Men are realizing that and they're saying the choosing signals don't really mean anything. So it's not really worth much to get a bunch of choosing signals. I know I'm attractive. I know that's why you're looking over here, but I know it could not go in my favor or it could go in my favor. Some men are just saying, the hell with it. Number 9, the last one. A lot of men are already taken. And a lot of men are remaining single. Women never think about this. The type of guys that they want are already taken. The type of guys that they want have been through a bunch of situations where they're like, no, I'm good. This is going to happen with older women. Younger women are going to have fun all day, brother. They're going to have fun all day. Older women, or as soon as they start to get older, they're going to realize a lot of guys out here are not pressed. A lot of guys out here are paving their way. They're paving the road to their future, to being successful. They don't really care about that, especially if you're not going to be helping to get to somewhere. You want a guy who's already established? That's fine. That's cool by you. See, the lines get blurred with this men need to be a provider guy thingy. Nah, man. Get that out of here. Of course they need to provide, but you need to come in here and provide value. Especially if a guy's on the road to greatness, you need to provide value because when he makes it, he'll pour right back into you. There are plenty of examples of this. Plenty of examples. LeBron James is still with his wife. You can say whatever you want about other girls, doesn't matter. Won't leave her. Conor McGregor is another one. Still with his chick. You can say whatever about the chick. This chick doesn't have to work another day in her life. Turned her into a boss, regardless of what he does. Regardless of what he does, we show loyalty different. So by pouring into a man while he's on his way to make something of himself will help you. You getting on with the guy who's already established, man, get out of here. How much you want? Bye. Get out of here. Leave my life. And you better sign these papers. But see, there's not enough dumb dudes out here. The good men who are actually smart that are taken by women that put in effort, that's a beautiful thing. The men who are saying, I don't need that. I could do it by myself. And I'm about to boss up, stay on my grind. That's a beautiful thing. Women got to make a decision when they're out here, wondering why there's not enough guys to go around, wondering why guys don't approach. Maybe you should take a look in the mirror because there's plenty of men out here. All it takes is for one man to be seen by a woman and it's off to the races. But a lot of women out here choose to remain goofy. So right now, if you've approached a woman, you've gotten rejected or you've gotten rejected a couple times. Don't feel bad about this, brother. Pick yourself up. Remember that you're the man when you take your L gracefully. Now, if you're saying, I'm done with approaching women, I'm not going out in nightlife anymore, kudos to you, brother. Stay in your spot. Don't ever let your confidence be lowered by a woman who thinks that you're not tall enough. You don't make enough money. I don't think you're good enough. It doesn't matter. It does not matter because at the end of the day, we're more likely to put a woman on. We're more likely to see past certain flaws. We're more likely to give a woman a chance. On the other side, they're not willing to give a man a chance like that. But they get a wake-up call eventually. Hope you guys got a lot out of this video. It's your boy JostenJ. Get with you boys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
You finally get the courage to approach a woman. She rejects you.
and you never talk to a woman again. What is that all about? If one woman or 5 women aren't interested in you, don't find you attractive, have a boyfriend, don't want to give a stranger their phone number, who cares? Who cares? Go and talk to the next girl. This is literally why most guys stay single.